Networking and marketing made simple is for you, the business owner who has a product, a service, or a message that you believe in. My name is Scott Aaron, and each week we'll take a behind-the-scenes look into the real-world marketing and networking tactics and strategies for getting what you have in front of you to a lot more people. Thanks for spending time with me, and now let's get started. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Networking and Marketing Made Simple. Super stoked for today's episode, but also super stoked because we are officially 7 days away. Yes, 1 week away from our next 5-day bootcamp to teach you how to grow, build, and lead your teams, whether you're in network marketing, direct sales, MLM, real estate, financial services. Is if you have a team and you are looking to grow and scale, not just your team, but your income, you're going to want to attend this 5-day free bootcamp. It starts next Monday, July 26th. 8 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. Eastern. It's live and recorded on a private Zoom, and it's that time Monday through Thursday. Friday is 5 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is the last day. That is July 30th. The link to sign up is in the description of this episode, so absolutely take advantage of it, and I hope to see you there. So let's dive into today's episode, which is 6 things to always be mindful of, to do on LinkedIn. Now, there are so many things that we can talk about, but these 6 things I would call almost the backbone or the staples of LinkedIn. And number 1 is post regularly, but not too much. And I think this is what happens, is that people get kind of in that mindset where they start treating every social media platform the same. Whatever they do on Facebook, they do on Instagram. Whatever they do on Instagram, they do on Facebook. Whatever they do on Facebook and Instagram, they do on YouTube and TikTok and Snapchat and LinkedIn. But every social media platform needs to be treated much differently. Now, you can. This is absolutely appropriate. You absolutely can post once a day on LinkedIn. So 1 post a day, Monday through Sunday, is absolutely appropriate. What's not appropriate is multiple posts in a day. You see, the LinkedIn algorithm works much differently as far as content engagement and visibility than Facebook and Instagram. There is a much deeper news feed of length of time of the content that you're putting out on LinkedIn compared to that of Facebook and Instagram. That's why on Facebook and Instagram, you see people posting multiple times a day. It's much different. LinkedIn, legitimately, you could get away with only posting 3 times a week, as I've said before, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and you'll be absolutely fine. Just as long as your content educates and informs, you're good as gold. So just remember, you want to post regularly, 3 to 5 days a week. You can post 7 days a week, but just once a day, but not too much. And that's number 1. Number 2, you must avoid automation. Now, this has nothing to do with using social media posting tools like the one that we have, BYOB Social. That is not automation. That is a content scheduler. What LinkedIn doesn't like automation-wise is when you have a marketing company or you have a bot attached to your LinkedIn profile that connects and messages on your behalf as it were you. That will get you thrown into LinkedIn jail. So LinkedIn, with the user agreement, you agree not to have bots to message and connect and act as you. So when you stay away from automation and you do things organically on the platform, you're setting yourself up for success. Now, I will tell you this much. If you are that person that says to yourself, but also outwardly speaks, I don't have time to connect and message people on LinkedIn. I want to outsource it. I want a VA doing it. I want to have a marketing company do it for me. Listen, I honor and respect where everyone is in their business. If you don't have time for that, LinkedIn may not be the platform for you. If you can't set aside 15 to 20 minutes a day to go on, to connect, to message, to engage, and provide a piece of content, LinkedIn may not be the platform for you. And you may just want to stay on Facebook and Instagram. But if you're that person that can block out that time, you're going to see wonderful results from doing so. Number 3, post video and visual content. I've said this so many times before. People ask me all the time, Scott, if I had to go all in with one piece of content in particular, what would it be? And it's video content all day, every day. Now, visual content is also good, whether it's a short little fun video clip, whether it's a professional photo of you with some educational and informative content within the post. But what I prefer to do, because I have the ability to do LinkedIn Live, I'm doing LinkedIn Live, but you always want to do a 2 to 5 minute explainer, educational, informative video. Second to that, if you double down on providing some visual content, and I'm just going to throw someone out there, my good friend and client, Marlia Alpers, is an amazing, amazing example of how to brand yourself using LinkedIn. So I would go follow her on LinkedIn. It's Marlia, Marleah, and then Alpers, Alpers. And we work together, and we still work together. And she's just a student of the game. I gave her suggestions of what she should do, and she's taken it to a different level. You know, she's a wine consultant. She has her own organic wine that she partnered with, and it's her big motivator. She does Wine Wednesday educational videos. You want to follow it, and you want to look at what she does. It's a prime example of posting video and visual content and how it can engage with your audience. What you post on Facebook and Instagram may have to differ on LinkedIn. Again, going back to my second piece of advice, when when post, but not too often, make sure if you're doing video content and visual content, it always educates and informs. So that's number 3. Number 4, don't just share your own content. Now, I'm not saying hit the share button and share everybody else's stuff. I love taking it off of me and putting it onto someone else. Maybe sharing a quote or a snippet from a book that you read and mentioning the author. Maybe doing a 2 to 5 minute video or a 1 to 2 minute video about a podcast episode of a certain person that you just listened to and tag them in it. Once a week, if you can really take it off of you and really put it on other people, really letting your audience know, listen, I'm a student of the game. I love reading certain books. I love listening to certain podcasts. And here's what I take away from it. Listen, the teacher is always the student. Always. And I love podcasts. I love reading. So does Nancy. We both have our different and same podcasts and books that we both individually and together we like. And I did a post about this about 2 weeks ago. I said, here are my 10 favorite books that you may or may not have heard of. And I listed the 10 books, the author, and those that were on LinkedIn. I tagged them in it. So again, don't just always share your own content. It's always great to invite those that have inspired you and have motivated you in what you're doing into the content and what you're doing. Number 5, don't be salesy. I've said this so many times before. No one likes to be sold and pitched to. Now, this goes into many different levels. So you never want to be salesy when you are adding a note to a connection request to someone on LinkedIn. You never want to be salesy when you are messaging a new contact. You never want to be salesy in content that you produce, whether it's a video, an article, a poll, or just a general post. You never want to be salesy on that first phone call that you have with that person. It's the most immediate way to turn off that connection or to turn off your network by selling and pitching. LinkedIn is not a platform for selling. It's a platform for connecting. So this whole notion, and you see what's trending right now, it's called social selling, right? So the principle of socially selling is posting about things that you use and really just blatantly putting out there, here's what I do, here's if you want it, click this link, go buy it, blah, blah, blah. And you message people that way, you post content that way. Listen, I'm not sure who is giving the advice to those to socially sell on LinkedIn, but it's the opposite. You want to socially create connection on LinkedIn. You don't want to socially sell. Connection and rapport and trust lead to sales. Any top sales professional in the world will tell you there is absolutely a genius behind selling without selling. Now, I'm really good at sales because I'm really good at connecting with people because I'm not attached to the outcome. I'm not looking to sell and pitch every single person. I'm looking to make connection and rapport and really build a relationship with that person because there may be something I need of them or they might need of me. So if you stay away from being salesy on LinkedIn in any and all capacity, you're going to win. But just don't take my advice. Any of the big thinkers out there will tell you, regardless of what you do for a business, no one likes to be sold to. And again, LinkedIn is not one of those platforms where it's just about posting and selling and hopefully people will reach out. You have to build relationships. You have to engage with people. You got to take it from online to offline as quickly as you can to build that rapport. And finally, number 6. And I want you to tread lightly with this one. Tag people that would resonate or find value added with the content that you produce. Now, that does not mean tagging 850 people in the post and tagging another 850 people in the comments. Has nothing to do with that. And you don't do this every day. Just like I said, share other people's content like a podcast or a book. Once a week, write a piece of content and tag a couple people that you know. You know them personally, you know them professionally, they've coached you, you've coached them, they're a client, they were a client, that would really resonate with your message. Tag them. And don't say, would love to get your thoughts, and then tag them. Just tag them because it'll appear in their feed and they will then organically then respond to it. Prime example, my buddy Gary Miles, client, but also he's in our mastermind. A couple times a week, we'll tag myself and Nancy because he often speaks about things that Nancy and I speak about as well. And it's a great way to bring organic engagement to your content with the connections that you have based on relatable shared content. So if I was to post about human connection or something along those lines, I could tag a couple of my friends or my business cohorts that I know would really resonate with that. My buddy Adam Posner, whenever I do talk about engagement pods, which we both don't agree with, I will end up tagging him. And he immediately comments. So you really want to break down. Remember, it's not just about the stuff that you're putting out. It's thinking about who specifically would resonate with it, but also sharing other people's content, taking it off of you, putting it on someone else, and sharing someone else's point of view, maybe something that you learned from it. There is so much different types of content that you can share if you just allow yourself to do that. So just remember, post regularly, but not too much. Avoid automation. Post video and visual content that educates and informs. Don't just share your content. Share the love with other people. Don't be salesy in any way, shape, or form, and tag people once a week in a piece of content that you've written or done a video about that you know would really resonate with. Now, again, we are 7 days away from our next boot camp that teaches you how to build, grow, and lead your teams, whether it's in network marketing or sales, financial services, insurance, real estate. And all you have to do is go to the description of this episode. You'll see the registration link right there. We start next Monday, July 26th, 8 p.m. Eastern, and would love to see you there. So everyone, I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, everybody. Thank you so much again for checking out today's episode. And if you are listening through iTunes, Spotify, wherever you are, please leave me a rating and review. Let me know what you loved, what you would like to see improved, or ideas you have for future episodes. And if you are interested in taking your business to the next level, don't hesitate to go to my website, www.scottaaron.net, where you can schedule a free discovery call with me, where I can learn more about you, your business, what you're struggling with, and how we can work together. And don't forget to check out my wife, Nancy, and mine, our free community on Facebook called LinkedIn Leads for Life. We would love to see you in there. Have a great rest of your day. And thank you, everyone, for your support. Grateful for each and every one of you.